I think we would miss that.
Thank you.
First of all, again, a million times, thank you so much. I'm in awe of each of you. And every time I come here, I am. And part of it for me is, besides your individual talent and humor and everything you've accomplished, which makes me want to just go home and take a nap for a week. But is that the thing about boundaries. I have so many freaking fake boundaries in my head. And I haven't really, I don't think, had people in my witness, she knows. You know, I don't have a mom, so it didn't come there, and I am available for adoption. Still, it's so unattractive. I still want to be adopted, but you know, but the can't and the shouldn't and this and trying to find the way and how should I and how come not and all the boundaries and I'm too old and I'm too this and I'm not that. It's just, I'm so disgusted with that part in my head. And so when each of you, it's like I'm in awe of, to me, how you push the boundaries. And I don't know if that's just a natural thing, and if anybody wants to answer, I'm really curious if that's just a natural confidence you have had, or if you've struggled with just, and it comes to what you said of just being true to yourself. I mean, I get that from each of you, you're just following so much your truth.
I'm just going to speak quickly, and then I'll turn it over to the rest of you. I did not start speaking, the first draft of my book did not have one person in it. And every time I go back to do a revision, boom, boom, me. And I'm 54 years old. This did not happen to me at 35. I wasn't ready to know. And even at 54, I'm still shedding layers and still showing the world who I am. And I'm finally getting to a place right now where I am myself in every situation, and I don't give a fuck. But it took and menopause has a lot to do with it. I'm hot, man. I'm just hot. But for me, it's just been my experience that it's been slowly shedding, just finding out that it really didn't start to have meaning for anyone else until it really had meaning for me. And so I had to discover that the very hardest way before I could share that.
Do you remember the line at the end of Working Girl when the owner of the company says to Melanie Griffith's character, you know, is this something you do every day? And she says, it's a fire in her belly. He said, do you have a fire in her belly? Remember the line, fire in her belly? I feel like, and I can't speak for everybody else here, but I would imagine, don't we all have fires in our belly? I mean, I feel like my singing, my writing, it's just a fire in my belly that continues to burn. And I want to say one more thing about the fuck thing. When you grow up in New York, fuck is an adjective. Like, well, that's fucking great. You know? I'll always remember when I was living in Nashville for a few years, and one of my great mentors was the late, great Chet Atkins, the guitar player. Who actually bought me one of my guitars. He took me to a guitar store and bought me the guitar. Told me I was a good guitarist. I was like, oh my God, Chet Atkins says I'm a good guitarist. Wow, you know. He's taken me to the studio. He took me to the studios and various business meetings and so forth. And one time he said, come on, we're going to go to a studio. So I said, all right. And this guy's in his 60s, right? He takes me to a recording session with an artist by the name of Susie Boggess. Does anybody know Susie? And Susie and I, years ago, had sung on a show together, and we were acquainted, but I didn't know where we were going. He takes me into this beautiful recording studio, and he gives this tape to Susie, and it's that tape with the fuck all over the place. Fucking this, or fucking that, fucking that. I'm thinking this man is 60-something years old, and his big thrill was listening to a tape that had fuck every other word. So, in other words, fuck can just be like any other word in the language. You just keep using it, roll it off your tongue and use it every time you want to use it.
Is there anybody who wants to promote anything before we go? Anybody got a gig? Go. Quickly.
On Sunday, June